is already November 5th, which is crazy to believe. And I'm excited to be here this morning just to chat with you guys, just to kind of have a little coffee combo style. I don't have any slides today or anything like that. I think those are the most meaningful calls when we can just open the floor and chat. And I do have some topics to cover, just some things that I wanted to talk to you guys about that have been on my mind, but I just want to make sure that we're having good conversation this morning and sharing our ideas. So that is what we're going to do today. And I just wanted to touch base with everybody. How is your Core de Force launches going? How are you doing with that? If there's anything that you need me to share with you about what I'm doing, I would love to help. I uploaded yesterday night in the team page. I have some blank meal plan templates that you guys can use for your challengers or for yourself too. I also uploaded my week 1 meal plan that you're more than willing to share with a challenger too as a guide. Basically, the nutrition plan is going to be the same as the 21-day fix. If you're familiar with that and all the other programs, really, it will follow that same system. The only really big change in Core de Force, if you dived into your meal plan at all, is in week 2, you're going to add a fruit serving. And then in week 3, you keep your added fruit serving and then add also a healthy fat serving, which I'm like, yay, praise the Lord. Like fruits and healthy fats are like my 2 like favorite containers, I think, other than carbs. I wish we were adding carbs too. That would be really fun. But we're not. And then in week 4, you go back to your original like plan that you started with. So that's a really interesting little spin to things. I'm excited to see how that plays out and helps nutrition-wise. I know I'm really excited just to get my head back in the nutrition game more than anything else, and I need something to motivate me, and I think this new program will be awesome to do that. So does anyone here have challengers for Core de Force, or are you working on it? Are you working through the program yourself? Are you, Ashley? Are you doing Core de Force?
Yes, I am, and I have one girl who is going to do it as well.
Okay, awesome. And I know Lindsay told me the other day that you guys have your group going, right? You guys have a group set up on your side of things, the Courageous Sleepiest, right?
Yes.
Good. And then Lauren, do you have anybody for Core de Force?
Not for this round. I have a girl who's probably going to do it in December for our audition season and stuff.
Okay.
But I think she wants to see like how I like it and all.
Yeah, so
her,
people that
for the next round that I maybe will do it. So
okay, that's good. So
but I'm definitely gonna be doing it Monday.
Yeah. And Lauren, you're more than welcome, and anybody really is more than welcome to hop into my challenge group. I'm going to talk about some changes and some like spins on it I'm going to be making for Core de Force, and hopefully then using what I'm doing in there and implementing it into my other challenge groups for the future too. I just need something fresh and a new way to engage my challengers, and I'm working on that. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. So if you want to be a part of that, I'll go ahead. I'll just post the link to join. I'm going to be doing it through Facebook again. I'll be using the Challenge Tracker app, but I'm going to be starting it in Facebook. I'll explain all this in a minute. Yeah, they're like, oh gosh. So I'll post a link on the page today. Anybody here is more than welcome to join in my challenge. And we are doing this new program. So for myself too, like I need a group to hold myself accountable. So, if you just want to be in there as a challenger, even though you're a coach, and you can, coach the girls that I have along the way too, add your value. And, it's always good to have your coaches in there too, because sometimes they just for participation wise, like to get everybody excited and comfortable sharing. And if you kind of take the lead, that helps too. So, that would be great. No pressure though. You don't have to join it, but if you'd like to, definitely. So just keep pushing, guys. Just and Lauren brought up a really good point. She's like, I think she wants to see how I do with it. And that is so true. When we launch a new program, you're going to have the people that are like gun-ho ready to join in with you. And they're normally like your past challengers. Like 50% of my group is people that I've worked with in the past. But then you're also having these people where you've planted your seed, you've made this event page, and you've maybe even invited them through a personal message to Quarter Force, and they tell you no, or they tell you not right now. And then that's when your job really starts, guys. So we have beauty in this new program, okay? I think a majority of our team is working through it. So what that means every single day is what you need to do now. If you're starting on Monday, and that's what I'm starting it on Monday, and I'm going to, for my work, I'm going to have a workout post every single day talking about the workout every single morning, consistent at 6 a.m. I'm going to talk about that workout, day 1, day 2. Day 3, I'm going to document that every single step of the way. I also, I'm bringing Jordan into this. He really, really, really liked the preview workout, and he really wants to lose weight. I don't know. Every time we do this, we've been through this cycle before, but I told him, I'm like, no, listen, like we are posting Transformation Tuesday at Quarter Force every single Tuesday on my social media, on my wall, on my Facebook wall, and you will every single week have results, and I will too. I'm like, we are doing this. So that's my plan too. Like even if I can't see it myself, like I'm going to post a picture from day 1 versus day 14. Like I'm going to every Tuesday, like I'm going to be consistent with that too. And I'm going to talk about, it doesn't have to be a transformation where I've lost 6 pounds or whatever. Like I'm going to talk about, what, I feel stronger with this program, or would you look at how my muscles have changed in just a week? Hopefully I get some ab strength going on. Fingers crossed. Like I hope this is like the program that finally just like releases my 6-pack. I don't know. Probably not. I don't have one. But what am I saying? So your job now, like you've planted a seed with your event, and you have this awesome program in your hands, and you're starting something new. And you have to now document every step of the way and talk about your challenger's success too. Don't just talk about your own. Talk about how they're getting results. Talk about the meal plan. There are some really fun recipes in the nutrition guide if you've gotten to check that out. Make those recipes and be like, look at this. Like there's like pizza in there and jalapeno cheddar burgers and like really good stuff. So make them, make a nice picture, share the recipe, get people interested in this program and share your results every step of the way. So take it to your advantage. All right. It's a 30-day program. So you have 30 days to get people hooked in. And then come in December, we can run like a second round of an exclusive launch group, So that is something, just take that advantage of that program. Does anyone else have any ideas about how to maximize, Quarter Force? Something that you're going to try to do to, just.
Hey, I haven't.
Yeah, go ahead.
I really like in the back office how they have all of those trainer tip videos. To like, and I'm sorry if you just said that because I walked into my bedroom, but that's one thing that I was kind of like weaving into a curriculum was giving them straight from the trainer, because I know like when I see Adam talking to me, I'm like, oh my God, Adam, thank you for giving me these tips. Like, I love you.
Yeah.
And so I feel like they're gonna really like that.
Yeah, I think that they have those for PIO. They have those for hardcore. Yeah, I love those too. And I wasn't even talking about the challenge group yet. I was kind of just talking about sharing our own journey through the program.
Oh, yep. Okay, you're right. I heard that part too.
No, yeah, you're fine. But that's a great lead into the challenge group that I'm going to talk about here in just a second. So thanks for sharing. Because I didn't have that.
Oh, you're welcome.
Because you're right. Like even for myself, like if I see Autumn talking to me, I'm like, damn, like I gotta get into this. Like, so that's definitely good. For sure. Anybody else have any ideas? I don't want to put anyone on the spot. We can talk about it later too as we keep talking today. So no? Okay. So leading into into Tour de Force and having this new program and having new challengers, and I'm going to run a group too, just so everybody knows. I'm going to be doing a group as well. I have some people interested in other programs. So if you're in that situation, I'm pushing for a group also on November 14th. So the thing you want to always, I just wanted to kind of talk about this too, the holidays. The thing you want to keep in mind is the next week is Thanksgiving, and you can expect your groups to go a little bit quiet, a little bit dull, and you definitely don't want to start a group on November 21st, like the Monday of Thanksgiving. Like, people start traveling and they're busy and they want to eat turkey and stuffing, and like they don't want to start a challenge group the week of Thanksgiving. So that's why I'm doing this back-to-back week thing. November was really hard for me to kind of plan out. Just with how Thanksgiving falls and everything. But I'm going to start a group open to any program on the 14th. I'm going to see how I'm going to work my Tour de Force group works. But I probably will be doing that one through Facebook/app thing too, that I'm going to talk about in a second. So another group starting on the 14th. I don't know if Lindsay's side of the team has something going on there too. If you do, that's great. And you guys are really awesome at doing your own thing. If you're not, and then anybody wants to join in, I'll post that link too once I get that all squared away. But I definitely have at least 2 challengers so far ready to do Country Heat, and I think another 21-day fix. So that will be open just to any program. It'll be 30 days. I will probably do, honestly, Lindsay made a really awesome holiday survival guide last year. I love that curriculum, and I probably will use that for that group because I remember it going through Thanksgiving last year, right, Lindsay? Are you around? I don't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Different dates.
What?
But it was like it was different dates, but it was really similar to, because I think like our first week was on Black Friday, because we had a Black Friday post about going shopping and like posting a funny picture.
Like cardio, shopping is my cardio. Like, I remember posting that.
Yeah.
Like I fit, like, I don't know why, but in my brain,
Yeah.
like, I remember that post, and I pulled it up the other day to look at it. So I think we actually, if I remember right from last year, I think we used that group like in November, and then we used it again over Christmas, and just that I did, at least. I remember that. I remember.
Yeah, I think, didn't we I feel like we almost extended the group longer or something. Like,
yeah, and then I had like a December group, and I remember using that curriculum again and just taking out Thanksgiving things and putting in Christmas things.
Yeah.
I think I have like all of that. How I tweaked it. I have the tweaks for December, which I'm going to use for my December group, because at this time of year, guys, people they just want survival. Like, they want to know, like, okay, how can I go to Thanksgiving dinner and not totally like blow it? How can I, go to Christmas parties and still have fun? And like, that's what people want. Think about that. Like, think about yourself. Like, you want to go do that, right? You want to go to Thanksgiving and still have your turkey and, and enjoy it. Right. So, that curriculum is golden. Like, people loved it. And I still have people signing up with 21 Day Fix and getting results before Christmas. Like, it's like 21 days till Christmas. Like, you can, go to Christmas Eve dinner and look your best in your little black dress. Like, people are still interested in that. Like, they want to go and look good. So anyway, I'm off on a tangent. I think November 14th, that group will be, focus in on holiday survival posts. And then as same thing with, I'm going to do a post-turkey refresh group. The 3-day refresh actually goes on sale, not the challenge pack, but the refresh itself goes on sale. I think, I don't remember the exact date, but it's sometime next week. And it's on sale all the way through December. So, or not through December, but like till December 5th or something like that. And I'll tell you these exact dates. But that is what I'm going to focus. So I always do like a Black Friday sale the day after Thanksgiving, because A, it's Black Friday. People are like, they're thinking about sales. B, because they just consumed a whole lot of food, like the normal average Joe who, ate 5 plates at Thanksgiving dinner feel like crap the day after Thanksgiving. So that's what my sale on Black Friday is going to be all about. And we can talk about strategy for that a little bit more, but it's going to be 3-day refresh. And then I'm going to run a group the first week. It will start with 3-day refresh stuff, like how to do the 3-day refresh and working through that and clean eating. And then we'll hop right into like holiday survival mode again. So that's kind of my plan for the month's end. Whew. All right. So any ideas or questions about that plan? And I see Brittany's on too now. Hi, Brittany. I'm so glad you're here. Anybody? I know that was like totally off on a tangent. I didn't even have in my notes to talk about my monthly plan, but I'm glad we did. Okay. So we'll move on then. So, challenge group. So I realized that, I don't know. I need to just completely, I need to revamp I heard this quote the other day and it stood out to me. First of all, that it's a fact, it's just a statistic, that 70% of diamond coaches were customers first in this business. Meaning a diamond coach, and this is probably the situation for everybody on this call. You were signed up with a challenge pack, you were put into a challenge group, you received good support, you saw results, you fell in love with the product, and because of that, you are now a coach on this team, okay? So that is the bread and butter, right, guys? Like, I was talking to someone the other day, and I'm like, you know what? Like, I've never had a good coach come out from not being a good challenger. Like, your challengers are where it's at, guys. Your customers are important, and developing good relationships with them is 100% where it's at, and 100% where I am falling short. So I'm taking some ideas that I've been hearing lately, and I realize that I need to put a lot more focus in them first, and not like all the shiny objects, like making a like page and I'm trying to think what else, like spending hours on videos and doing things like that. Like, I need to just go back to those basics. I took a step back and I thought about, when was your business really thriving? When was it growing the most? Because I'll be honest, guys, my business hasn't been growing in the past few months. Right now, I'm sitting at Diamond Rank. I dropped rank last month. Totally real talk, I dropped my team leader status on the leadership ladder last month, which stings a lot. And I've held that for a whole year. So dropping that hurts just as much as dropping rank. So that is the real talk. And I just want to share that with you, not for a pity party at all. I threw my pity party, believe me. And I was sucked for a couple days, and I was just like, I don't know where to go from here. I don't know what to do. And I realized that I had to, I got to navigate through those rough waters, and I have to focus in on what I made mistakes in. And I made a lot of mistakes. And I've written them down, and I've reflected on them, and I've decided, you know what, I'm going to fail forward, and I'm going to take what I've learned, and I'm going to, I'm just going to focus on those customers, because that's where it all starts. Okay. And running an effective challenge group is my job. Like, I also heard somebody say one time, and this is so me, like, I am absolutely a Success Club numbers sucking machine. Like, I gun it every month. Like, I'm like, how many can I get? Like, how many people can I get? Like, and I'm a machine. Like, I just want, like, I thrive off of seeing my name at the top of that board. But but when I do that, I lose sight in the number and I lose sight of the person. And I have to get my focus back on giving the people the attention they deserve. When you sign somebody up, that's when your job starts, right? That's when we have to then pour our heart and our love and our soul into every single one of them. And I heard this said the other day, and this is so me, and this is like, oh my gosh, this is me. Marriage, you should have a relationship with your challengers that's a marriage, not a one-night stand. Okay, so when you think about a relationship with your challenger, you want it to be something lifelong, lasting, and where you give as much to them, and then in return, they're going to give it all back to you, right? Isn't that true? Because nothing fills me up more than a challenger messaging me and telling me how much this group has changed them, or sending me their before and after pictures and thanking me, or, just like that is what it's all about, and not that number, not that one night stand. When we focus on, just that number, or, can I make sure I move up to, 5-star diamond rank, or, make sure I, get my leadership ladder rung back. Like, that's not helping my challengers, right? That's not helping the people who are going to move my business forward. Because if they see results and they have a relationship with me, they're going to fall in love. They're going to want to share it with everybody they know and love. That's where we find our coaches, right? That's where we find our lifers. That's where we find the people that make a difference in our business and move it forward. So that is where my focus is. And for me, I'm just implementing some really simple things. So number one is making sure I take the time to have a meaningful conversation with them, to have a meaningful conversation that's not necessarily about the program at all. Like, just get to know their life. Like, what is their job? What's their occupation? What are they doing? What's going on? And really understand where they are. Don't talk to them about, hey, like, how much weight do you want to lose? Like, that's not, like, people, if somebody came up to me and it was a total stranger, which at this point in my business, I'm working with a lot of total strangers, people that I really don't know at all. So I need to make sure I figure out, talking to them about, yeah, so you want to lose 20 pounds. Like, that's so cool. Like, and that is cool. And they should be praised for that. But you need to go beyond that. Have a conversation about their family. Know their health history. Know what their real goals are. Like, normally, guys, their goals are so much more than losing 20 pounds. Okay. And we all know that losing 20 pounds is going to take them building in their confidence. It's going to take them, just diving into personal development that we can give to them. There's so much more in the mindset for that challenger than that losing 20 pounds. So I think it's really important just to have those meaningful conversations with them. And one thing I've been doing a lot lately is using the voice chat feature over Messenger. It's really fast. We spend so much time typing out all these big long messages, but to just talk and for them to hear that you really want to help them and you really want to make sure they've reached their results, like, to hear that from your voice, not through words, is so cool. And I've had people the past few days, like, just thanking me for helping them out to get started, like thanking me for, just because I sent them a voice message. I had this girl the other day who, she's actually a customer of a coach that I had quit a few months, or really like almost a year ago, way back from the beginning. And I just reached out to her and I said, hey, are you interested in Core de Force? I don't know if you've seen my posts. I know you've been busy, but da 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 da. And she messaged me back. She's like, I'm going through a really hard time right now. I just can't do it. And I sent her a voice chat back. And I said, I am so sorry that, it breaks my heart to hear that you're going through something tough. And I just said, please know that I am here for you. If you ever need anything, Beachbody aside, like I am always here to support you and talk to you. Just let me know. And she messaged me back and she said, you brought tears to my eyes. You have no idea how much you made my day. And I sent her this voice chat. It took me 2 minutes and I changed her whole day. Okay, so voice chat, guys, make people hear your voice or get on the phone with them and explain the challenge group instead of just typing out big, long information. Make them feel that connection with you. Make them hear that passion in your voice, because I guarantee you every single one of us, when we talk about what we have to offer, we sound passionate and we get excited, right? Is that true? And people hear that and will really just thrive. Like they'll want to do it. You can't put a price tag on your passion for sure. So keep that in mind. And just always remember, what you give to them, you get back. So if you give them everything you got, they're going to be your next Rockstar coach. They're going to get results. They're going to have before and afters for you to show and share. Maybe they're going to be a Beachbody challenge winner. Like, I want one of my challengers to be one of those. Like, if you were at Summit, that was the coolest thing I've ever seen. To watch those stories, like sitting there, bawling my eyes out, watching people's lives literally changed on the screen. And, that was so freaking cool. And I just want people to have that feeling, to get the results they want. So anyway, that's where I'm at. And I want my challengers to get results. So that is why I'm making some changes in my challenge group for Core de Force. So I heard on the Dream Team call, actually, they had a bunch of the leaders, Alyssa Shoemaker, Val, Melanie, all those, Katie Ursta, all those people that we all know from social media, the top of the Dream Team. They had them all come and share what they had learned at Leadership in Santa Monica a couple weeks ago. And they learned the exact same thing that I'm talking to you about this morning, getting back to the basics. Challengers first. I've heard it over and over and over. Everybody I've heard that came back from Leadership, that's all I hear from them. So, I'm taking their lead there. And you have to develop that deep customer relationship. So how I'm going to do that is through my challenge group, right? So one thing that I've been doing first is I have this notebook of all my challengers now. I wrote their name down. I write down their goals. I write down their success along the way, their struggles along the way. And it just has been helping me helping me stay accountable to reaching out to them. So that's one thing that I just to have their name on paper in front of me every single day. I flip through my notebook every day, and I make sure that I'm staying connected with, and that they're engaging in my challenge groups, and that they're with me. They're knowing that I'm there to support them. I'm giving them tips, advice. Like, I'm writing down different things that I'm doing so that I'm keeping track of how I'm helping them along the way. That's one thing. Now, for Core de Force challenge group. So I had them all written down. And tomorrow, I'm going to kick off my group, and I already have it over on Facebook, because from my event page, once they did their application, they requested to join my exclusive challenge group. So I already have them in a group. Okay. And I have everybody in there, and I will have a disclaimer that not everybody in there has ordered their challenge pack yet. I will make a post in there at some point beginning of the week, and I'll just say, hey, I'm so excited that our group has started, but just so you know, if you do not place your order by Wednesday, you will have to be removed from our group. And every single day too, as people have been signing up, every morning I say, hey, shout out to Kayla and Monica and Sarah. They all ordered their challenge pack yesterday. I am so excited for them to hashtag fight for it starting on Monday. And they all get excited, and they all like it. And I put a little Core de Force picture with it, and it's been really cool. And I've seen people they want that little shout out. Like, every single day I'm shouting out new people. So it's been really exciting. So they're already there in that group. And my plan is not to really, honestly, guys, I'm not following a curriculum per se. What I'm doing is I printed off a 30-day challenge calendar. Here it is. It's just 30-day calendar, like has 30 things on it, 30 boxes. It's not specific to any month. So I have my preseason, my week 1, week 2, week 3, and then of course Quarter Force is 30 days, so it's gonna extend into a 4th week because of our preseason week. But for my preseason, like tomorrow night, I'm gonna hop in there. I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna talk about the expectations of the challenge group. So because this is an official exclusive launch group that Joel and Jericho told me to do, wink, 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 we're going to treat it like they're a part of a test group. Okay, so I'm going to talk about that in my expectations. Like I'm going to say, you need to do before and after photos. Like we're going to send them into Beachbody and they're going to send you a free t-shirt, which is like all true. You know, like they get that no matter how I treat this group. Like if you send in your before and after photos, you can get a free t-shirt. It's really nice, by the way. It's in the program guide. I'm just going to tell them, like, I'm going to talk that up. Like, this is like a real test group and we have to stay in line with our nutrition and we need to get those results that we're after. And we got to get those before and afters and measurements taken and all that stuff. And just to welcome them to introduce myself and welcome, like we always do. I'm going to do that live in the challenge group. So I'm going to be using Facebook Live a ton, really almost every single day, because think about it. If you go in there live every day and you talk about your journey with them every single day and you give them tips, live video, you talking to them for 5 minutes a day, that's it. How much more personal and how much more of a relationship that builds for them versus this 5-paragraph long post that they probably don't really even read, some of them. Okay, that I think is going to be golden and awesome. So I don't know how I feel about that, but I'm going to be going in live every single day. Then Monday, I might not go on live Monday. I'm going to make that post, like, please share about yourself, like post a picture, share about your goals, your family, your occupation, all that stuff. And then Tuesday, like I'll just kind of talk you through, like Tuesday, inside your program. So we'll open up the box. We'll check out what's inside of the DVDs, like what you're looking at. And I'm going to introduce Beachbody On Demand to them too, so that they can access the program, because most of them probably won't have it yet. So they'll need to see it on BOD. And then Wednesday, how to calculate what plan they're going to be on. Just that part, just the calculation part. And then later in the day, I might make a post about, okay, now that you know what plan you're going to be in, let's familiarize yourself with the food groups, the container system. So like what different groups. So I'm going to talk them through, like what groups do you see? Like what are the groups, and talk about how it's the hierarchy. Like the things on the top are more nutritious than the things on the bottom, like those basic things. And you can go in there live and talk about that within 3 to 5 minutes, right? Easy. Then Thursday, we'll start creating our meal plans, and I'll talk about meal planning in general. But I probably will also post like the links from our old curriculums, like, you know, like the snack ideas and things like that. Like, or I have videos of myself talking about that. I'll post a video of that like throughout the day. And little links like, hey, check out this link to some really awesome sample meal plans. And you can share some sample meal plans. So it doesn't have to be all video, but like you're not putting this big long pin post out every day. Instead, your pin post is your live video every day. Just quick, 3 to 5 minutes. And then on Friday is when I'm going to introduce the challenge tracker to them. So I am still going to use the challenge tracker app. I will explain this whole thing to my challengers via live video, okay? I'm going to explain. I'm going to say this Facebook group isn't going away. The Facebook group is where you can come every day for motivation from me, from support from me, and your tips, okay? And you can come in and you can ask your questions here about the program on Facebook. So they're going to check out the Facebook group every single day for the motivation, support, and tips. But I say, I'm going to like pull a plug that says, but you have to make sure there's a way for you to stay accountable and track your days every single day, to track your progress. Because remember, like, Beachbody's watching us, you know, like we're an exclusive test group. We have to make sure that we're doing our workouts and our Shakeologies every single day. So, and drinking our shakes. So there's this really awesome, cool app to do that. And then I'm just going to tell them about how the app works. And I'm going to say, you know, over the next 2 days on Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to show you example posts in there of how you can log your workout every day and how you'll log your Shakeology every day. Okay. So that, I'm going to, you know, show them that sample, and I'm going to show them how it works. And I'm going to put a link to the video on how to use the challenge tracker. There's one right off YouTube for challengers. So I'm going to make sure they know how to use it. And I'm just going to ask them below the video to put their email address below. And I'm going to copy paste that email in, and I'm going to add them to the tracker as they send me their email addresses. And then I'm going to tell them, starting on Monday, you're going to post every day your workout and your Shakeology, and we're going to keep each other accountable over there, okay? And I'm not going to go cuckoo crazy on commenting on people's posts in there because I can hear you now. I can just hear and think about everybody now, right now on this call is thinking, how in the world am I ever going to support them in the Challenge Tracker app and on the Facebook page? My hopes is that the Facebook page is where people are going to be interacting. It's going to be really, really personal. You know, we're going to do the live videos. I'm going to encourage them, hey, if you have thoughts, pop in with a live video. You know, come in and post your thoughts, post your questions, post your comments. I want to hear them. And so I'm hoping that the Facebook group is extremely interactive, and then the challenge tracker is just really an extra piece to help them get results, right? Because I don't know about you, like if I need to go into an app and put on a selfie picture that I did my workout, like I'm gonna do it because I know my coach is watching me. I know my challengers, the fellow challengers are watching that. And just when they don't do it, you're going to reach out to them. You can see, you can like look in the challenge tracker super quick. There's a little calendar on each person's personal profile, and you can see a calendar, even if they don't share it to the group. Like, and a lot of people don't, and that's fine. But you can see there's a blue thing for their workout and a green circle around it that they track, that they logged, which days they logged. And if they go away and they go missing, I message them right away and I say, hey, where have you been? Like, are you okay? Like, what can we do for you? Are you, you know, and a lot of times you find out, oh my gosh, they were sick, or, you know, they had something come up at work, and, you know, and you talk to them, but you'll notice the next day they do their post and they're back in action. So making sure that you stay on top of people for their accountability is not rude and it's not mean. That's what you promise them, and that's what they want. Right? They want those results. So that's my plan. And from there, the rest of this calendar, I just have topics for each day. I thought about our old curriculum, like, okay, confidence boosts. You know, Thanksgiving week, I have holiday survival on Monday, travel tips, holiday survival on Tuesday, surviving a party, holiday survivals on Wednesday. Autumn actually has this, you know, Autumn is not part of Core to Force, but she has this really awesome video about how to survive the Thanksgiving table. And it says like how you should fill your plate. It's a really, really good video. And I'm going to post that on Wednesday. On Thursday, it's going to be a day about giving thanks. They're just going to show appreciation for what they're thankful for. Friday, funny Black Friday thing. And then aside from Thanksgiving week, you can do Thursday challenge. You can do those bingo challenges, the little Simon Says things that we've seen from Jerry. You know, things like that, recipe shares. What else do I have on here? Shakeology, the value of Shakeology, how to make your Shakeology. You know, weekend survival tips. Talking about the meal plan additions as we go into week 2, revisiting goals, I am statements, you know, all those things that we do already. But we can just pop in there live and talk about these things, or, post little links, just keeping it a little bit simpler, honestly, but a lot more personal. So I'm way over talking. So share your thoughts. Like, what do you think of this? Do you have any ideas about how to make this work? You have to just go with it and try something new, because what I'm doing right now isn't working for me. So what am I going to do? I'm going to try something new, and I'm going to see how it goes. And I'm going to I'm going to learn. And the things that don't go right next week in preseason for quarter first, I'm going to fix them for the next group, starting next week. And I'm going to see how it goes. And also, if people do run this group with me, I don't think it's great. Like, I think we should be popping in and out constantly. Like, if I sign up for preseason, my challengers see me post all preseason week, and then I go away and there's this new coach. Like, that's confusing. And you might get to week 4 and there might be this like coach that person that starts posting and you didn't even know as a challenger they were a coach in the group, right? So I think what I'm going to do, if anybody has challengers to run this group with me, I'm going to have us in a group thread. We're going to lay out the week's topics. I'll share what I have written down. You can share some ideas you have. And then I'll do Monday, Thursday, Friday. And you could do Tuesday about the program. And you can do Saturday about, weekend survival tips. And, so that we're all scattered within the week instead of taking a whole entire week and posting. Does that make sense? Like, I think that would add a little more value. Or even like, maybe on some days multiple people go in and talk live to the group. Or if you have a tip randomly, like, I don't want you to think, oh, it's not my posting week, like I can't post. Like, no, if you're running the group with me and you have something of value that you can add to your challengers, like, hop in there and add it. If you made a really awesome recipe, post a picture and the recipe for the challenger. You don't have to limit yourself to those like daily post ideas. You just kind of have to share the things that are working for you along the way, especially as you're trying out a new program. So what are your thoughts? Anybody?
I really like your idea about like kind of integrating everybody during the week, because I think too, like, doesn't everyone kind of have that feeling like if you're not posting in preseason, like you're not in charge? Because like, it's like whoever does preseason is like the person that everyone sees first as a leader, and then it always stays the same. And I think too, it's just, that's a really good idea. And I don't know why I guess because we probably thought like, oh my goodness, we don't want to have to figure all of this out, who's posting when, but it's a really good idea.
Yeah. And I know, like, I'm sure it gives some people, and it gives me a little bit of anxiety too, but I'm going to work past that of just like not knowing exactly the words I'm going to say, or being able to go in and schedule out a post. But like, when you schedule a post, you become a robot, honestly. Like, you sound like a robot, and people catch on even that you're like scheduling this post. Okay. They probably knew that when I scheduled my post for today for the challenge group and it went up at 5 a.m. on a Saturday morning, that I really wasn't up at 5 a.m. and posting that to the group. Yeah. So, but if you go in there, like with your hair on top of your head, sweaty mess right after you work out for 3 minutes and talk about how we need to keep pushing hard and give them a confidence boost and just share some silly words of advice and wisdom to them, like, how much more real is that, honestly? And I just think that can really add a lot more to the relationship piece with our challengers. Not saying that our groups in the past haven't, we've created some amazing relationships in the past, but I think it's time to step it up. And I think it's time we should go all in. And I mean, for me, that's my mentality right now. I have nowhere to go but all in at this point, coming from, what I shared with you earlier, like where I feel, where I'm at. And I realized that, it's time to bug up and make some hard choices, and just not even hard choices, but just refocus and pour into that love and that relationship. And I think by doing some of these things, that can really help. So anything else?
Yeah, I mean, I love the idea of more video and doing more live videos for the group, and then even for or invites or with people just like on Messenger, because I know like I have a degree in broadcast, so I love to talk, and I think I'm such a different person when I'm typing.
Yeah. So yeah, Lauren, like you totally, when you can talk so what you like, that's you. Like that's you know, you're a talker.
Yeah.
So you should talk like that. You know, like that is just like, it was sort of like an aha moment for me lately.
Yeah. And even just in posts too, like maybe do a video every once in a while, things like that. So
yeah. And you can do live on your Facebook page too, and talk about how you're feeling with core de force, and be real and honest. It could be like, talk about you being sore or whatever, like however we're feeling. Come next week.
Yeah.
We'll see. We all might be like
dead
call on next Saturday. I hope. I want that. Like, I'm ready for that. I mean, I'm ready for that challenge again. So yeah. Anything else? No. So that's kind of where I'm at, and what I'm working on. And I realize this is new and it's different, but we can leave an impact if we do it right? If we move forward and we just learn from mistakes of the past, not even mistakes, but just how we can always improve. And that's what's going to move us forward. Because guys, honestly, these next couple months are really hard. People have the holidays. People are going to give you excuses at the butt. You're going to hear a lot more no's than you normally do. And that's when we have to become a little bit creative and do new things. So I think I covered all my notes. I'm just looking over them, making sure I talked about everything. I talked about everything and more, I think. So, typical me. I'm a talker too. Any other things on your mind? It doesn't have to be about challenge groups. It doesn't have to be about core de force. It could be about anything. Any questions you have going on? No? All right. Well, I won't keep you guys. Like I said, I will post a link to my core de force group if you want to be in there, if you want to just see how I'm running it, fly on the wall even, if you're running your own and you want to just kind of get ideas. Like I said, it's probably not going to be perfect, but we're going to live and learn along the way. If you want to be in my core de force group as a challenger, like if you're a coach and you just want that accountability, you can totally be in there as that as well. To help me get the group riled up and going. So, all right. Have a wonderful Saturday, guys. I'm really excited to start core de force on Monday. I know we're all kind of chomping at the bit to start something new, and I can't wait to see our journey and where it takes us. So have a wonderful rest of your Saturday and rest of your weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys. Thanks for hopping on.